Hi everyone and welcome back to the podcast. This is episode 22.
22.
Yep, two little ducks. Carrie's here, and as you've already heard, Ian is here.
I'm here.
Yay! So today we're going to talk about Lego conventions, because we went to one. Was it a convention? Was it a Lego show? I don't really know the difference.
Yeah, I don't know the difference either.
Okay. It was Brickfest in Milton
So it's a
Keynes.
festival.
Yes, it was a brick festival, yeah. In
Well,
Milton...
I feel festivals are normally outside, aren't they?
I'm going to go with yes.
Good. So it wasn't a festival,
Well, then you have Harvest Festival, and that's normally in a church.
I suppose.
I'm trying to think of other festivals. Anyway, it was called Brick Festival. It was in Milton Keynes, and we went to it a couple of weeks ago now? A weekend ago? At some point, last month.
Yeah, because we have crept into November.
Yeah, crazy. So, what do we think of conventions? How many have we been to? What were we expecting? Did it turn out to be like we expected? Those are some of the questions.
Okay.
That's just my
Well, so
thoughts.
let's work out how many we've been to.
Okay, so I went to Brick maybe 2017 or something in London at the Excel Centre with my mum. You didn't come to that, and
No.
I came home and I was like, it was so cool. Do you remember that?
Vaguely.
And
it was a long time ago.
I took a million photos, and there was so much to see. There was the stuff, like, I think Brick Live, I think it was called. They had like a group of exhibitions that they always took round to all of their Brick Live shows. And you then saw those bits at the Brick Live we went to in Birmingham at the NEC.
Which was the next year?
I think it might have been the next year, or at least like
Yeah.
it was close. And we took your parents to that one, and those were the same exhibits that we saw. Like there was the standard set of exhibits. There were like busts and things and pictures, but then they also had tons of tables for adult fans of Lego, like all the mocks and things and all the displays. There was also a vast amount of vendors and stalls and things to purchase old sets, and I think that was the same at both. So it was.
And then there were the big pits
the big pits of Lego and Duplo, because at the second one that we went to together, we measured Leah's height in Duplo bricks, which we hadn't done for a while. We should probably do that.
I've stolen a lot of the Duplo bricks.
You have, yeah, for city support. So those two were very similar to me. So that in my head is what a Lego convention is meant to be. This year we've obviously got into Lego a lot more, and more hanging out with a group of AFOLs, and we've joined a lug, which we've not been very active with, but we've not had the opportunity to go to events since that because of COVID. So this was our first real delve back into it, and the first show that has sort of been available. And I would think I had that expectation in my head of Brick Live.
Right.
Or that's what I was hoping for, because I remembered seeing so many awesome things. I wanted to see lots again. And so, on the trip up there, you said to me, "What are you expecting? What are you hoping for?" And I said, "That plus a really good GBC, the Great Wall Contraption thing." I said I would like to buy some stuff, but I don't want to see too much buying. I want to see more of the inspiration type stuff, because now that's what we need. Okay. We don't really need to buy Lego. We've got enough.
Really? I'm
cut
looking at a table covered in stuff you've bought.
Shh. We don't really need to buy Lego. We've got enough, but I still want to.
Okay.
But my primary aim from going to the shows is to meet other people and get a bit of more community going, and to meet some of the people that we've met online in real life, because I think that was really good fun. But also to get inspiration for our city, not to buy more for our city, because we are managing that outside of conventions fine.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
Right, okay. So then you went to another show?
Yeah, I went to a show the week after, a much more local one, which our lug was actually running some of the stands. And that one was much smaller. So we've gone from Brick Live, which are really big, like, what's the exhibition centre levels. Yeah. To the Milton Keynes Brick Festival, which was in 3 rooms, was it?
Yeah.
One, like 2 small rooms and 1 decent sized hall. Yeah. And then back down again to the one that I went to last week, which was maybe 15 tables tops, I think. I don't know.
So then there was the other thing that we went to, near to where your wedding dress came from.
Ah, yes. That was, that was a while ago.
It was.
And that was just like a brick day random thing.
Yeah, so that was like...
You paid £1 to get in.
Yeah.
There was some sellers.
Was that like a community hall kind of thing? So...
It wasn't large.
No.
But there was a decent amount of Lego on sale.
There was a lot of people.
Yeah, and it was very busy.
It was really cramped.
I wouldn't have wanted to go to that in COVID
No.
times. I think it was too cramped.
They had the one room which was for basically playing with Lego.
Yeah,
there were the big tables out for kids to play with stuff.
Wasn't it just on the floor? I don't think it was even on tables.
No, I thought it was on tables. Could have been one was on the table and one was on the floor. And then the other room, as you say, it was mainly sellers.
Yeah, I think it was.
There's only like 4 different vendors, maybe.
Yeah,
like
I don't
one
remember
across the back wall, one down the side, and maybe a couple of minifig vendors.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing any mocks. I remember seeing like a Lego store display or like an interactive one where you could push buttons and things moved.
I think there were a couple of small mocks, but nothing major. But as you say, that was only £1 to get into.
Yeah, so the one I went to last week was £6, but it included entry for the museum that it was hosted at.
Right.
The one before that, the Brickfest that we went to, was I think £15 for the whole family to go, so that wasn't too bad. I have no idea how much we spent to go to Brick Live, but I don't remember thinking it wasn't worth it because I really enjoyed those 2 shows.
Yeah.
So,
but is it that you're getting what you paid for?
The less you pay, the less you get.
Yeah.
But all of them have opportunities to find retired sets, which I guess is a lot of the time worth paying for if you can get them at decent prices. So the more you pay, the more mocks you get?
I don't know. I'm guessing that, I don't think there's a standard, you pay this much per square foot of a convention centre.
Right.
So I don't know if the fees for a small place would end up actually being more per square foot. And so therefore you could only get vendors in because vendors are willing to pay enough to cover the costs of hiring it out.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So the bigger it is, the more flexibility they probably have.
So they can have vendor prices plus lug prices or exhibitor prices.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to be making any money from this, so therefore we're not going to charge you 50 quid for your table.
Yeah.
Oh, you are going to be making money for this. Okay, this is the price for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, ticket prices, if they're going to put a lot of mocks in, they have to make more money from the door. So therefore the ticket prices are going to be higher.
Yeah.
So I think there's going to be a whole bunch of different factors that come in with what they can cater for.
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing from last week when I went to the local one. It felt a lot more like I was trying to meet people from my area and create some sort of friendships. Yeah. And I could see how standing at the show, talking to people as they come past and explaining your mock and things would actually be really quite a fun thing to do. Maybe not for you, I don't know. Do you think you'd enjoy that?
I don't know.
Less so.
Not keen on people.
But looking at the price to then hire a table, if you forget about the whole, I would have to actually create a mock, which again is a cost in itself and one that scares me a little bit.
Yeah.
The cost there, what are you getting back for it? Other than that social side and are you paying extra to be more social?
I guess so. I mean, it depends on what you're doing. So obviously you could have that you've got box and you're selling something.
Yeah.
In which case you're trying to make a bit of money from that to cover the cost of the mock. If it's things like you're heavily into mocks and you're selling plans on Rebrickable, you want to get people excited about the set. If you're doing stuff on Lego Ideas, then it's a way to get people to see it, get more people voting on it that way. And so there are lots of different reasons why you might be willing to pay the money. I'm not sure standing there and chatting to people is enough to justify the cost.
It's networking, isn't it?
Yeah. And obviously if you're doing it as part of a lug, it's advertising the lug, isn't it? And so if it's a lug where you have to pay a membership, then the lug makes money from getting more memberships.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the lug then uses that membership money to actually
they would use
pay
it to
for
fund,
the table.
Yeah, or they'd use it to fund things throughout the year as well, I guess.
But so like if your lug is getting a space, is it that the people in the lug who are displaying then have to actually pay, or is it the lug goes, no, this is the table, everyone can volunteer to go, kind of thing?
Yeah, I don't know. I would have to find that out. As a Lego YouTuber, would be going to these events is good for me because I can get to see other people and I can take some good footage and share that out. But would being behind a table and just sort of standing still, exhibiting my own stuff, be worthwhile for me as a YouTuber?
I don't know. So I know that
it's a very localised sort of advert for yourself.
Yeah.
So
I think Ryan from M&R Productions is trying to get it sorted so that he gets paid to go to conventions.
yes, I think he was talking about it on Cali Brick Click, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That a lot of people are going.
If
to
he
see
says
him.
he's going
Yeah.
and he'll be there and he'll be talking to people and stuff, then
They're going to generate more income
Yeah.
from the door sales, so therefore can he have a proportion of it, which I think is fair enough. I mean, a lot of people would say to that, "Oh, you're going to go anyway. Why are you trying to get paid for it?" But if your presence is generating revenue for someone else, why should you not get a cut of that
yes.
that revenue?
I guess it depends on what you do. It's obviously like a lot of the big conventions, you'll get panels where you might get Lego designers or really big people in the mock community, stuff like that, actually there doing Q&As and signing autographs and stuff. And you would expect them to get an appearance fee.
Yeah.
So, if you're a YouTuber who's big enough to justify going on one of those panels, then you should get an appearance fee.
Yeah.
If it's just you're going to go and be there,
Yeah.
is that an appearance fee?
You've got to be doing something
Yeah.
to earn your money, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wondering whether Brick Live had those kind of things. I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we missed an opportunity to be more interested in that back then.
Possibly. But so obviously that's your large Lego YouTubers.
Yeah.
For a small Lego YouTuber, is it worth it? You might get some attention. The thing is, it's difficult to know because if you've got like a small table and you're showing some stuff off and you're heavily marketing your social media at the same time, and then someone who is a big YouTuber comes along and is doing a review of the thing and includes like a pan with your setup,
Yeah.
then that's a lot of advertising you suddenly get.
That's true. Never really thought about that. That they've gone past your stall and included you in the video.
Yeah.
So that's free advertising essentially. There's so many different facets to these conventions. Why you would go to them, what you would get out of it.
Yeah.
I am excited by the thought of having a mock there and being able to talk about something that I've created, but I've no idea what to create.
No.
Where do you start with making?
You've got your little game.
My little game is probably not enough to fill a stand.
Do you not think it is?
Although it is incredibly satisfying to listen to. You want to make it make noise? Don't drop it.
What, don't throw it across the room like you did? It is nice.
Yeah, it is. And that was just a byproduct of like making it. I wasn't planning that.
No.
So this is the thing. Maybe just make something and see where it goes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because that was fun.
But so back to conventions
Yes.
or shows or events.
Lego events. Yeah.
I think one of the problems we've got at the moment is there's so much uncertainty about whether stuff's going ahead, about what the turnouts are going to be like. It's very hard to work out whether you can justify going to them.
Yes.
It's like you're looking at going up
to the Shildon Brick Show.
Yeah.
And that's a very long way for us to go. Is it worth going to?
Yeah.
And the fact that we've never been before, you could ask people what's it like, but is it going to be like it was?
Yeah, that's the thing.
No
Who
one
knows how
really
strong
knows,
it's going to come back?
how things have changed and how reluctant people will be to stand in a room full of thousands of other people or hundreds of other people, depending on footfall and stuff. Yeah, it's kind of an unknown. So you're taking a risk at this point.
Yeah. And, by then, we might have a mask mandate come back in. Is that then going to suddenly put off a lot of people? Are they going to have to change the rules to require more social distancing?
Yeah, and for me, looking at Lego from a distance isn't worth it.
No.
I like to get up close and see all of those details.
Yes. So do our daughters.
Yeah, that was the thing. Watching Leah get too close to the GBC, I was worried about her hair.
Yes.
I might have to tie her hair back for future conventions because that's dangerous. They did have a sign at the second one that I went to on the GBC. Watch out for your hair.
Yeah.
So they'd obviously had that happen.
What do you think about international ones? Would you want to go to some of the big American ones?
I would. They look amazing. Can we go to those? Is that it? Yes, please. Thank you. Is that what you're saying?
Yep, sure. As soon as your channel pulls in enough money to afford it, we can go.
This is the thing. I'm never going to get to those. They look amazing.
They might give you an appearance fee.
Yeah, whatever. Thanks for that.
It's okay.
They look massive. And are they bigger because America's bigger and therefore they're covering quite a large scale of
Well, so that's what I don't
place?
know. So I mean, if you look at it, the UK is fairly small.
Yes.
But we've got quite a high population density. But if you look at the shows, there are lots of shows.
Yes, but they're not all where we want them to be. I want them down here near us. They seem to be up north a lot more.
Okay.
I don't know. Milton Keynes, that's up north to me. Sorry, just to clarify.
Yeah, this is your version of up north is different to my version of up north.
I think it's the bigger ones that they're meant to be here, like the Reading Brick Festival. Did that happen this year? Did we miss it? No. See, those ones haven't gone ahead, and therefore it seems like they're all up north.
Right.
But yeah, and my definition of up north doesn't help. That's the thing. I think we need to try and find... I kind of want to experiment and see which are the good shows to go to. And therefore, this year I kind of want to go to them all. But that doesn't seem like a sustainable thing to do.
No.
Cost-wise, car-wise, like travel-wise. And just the capacity for our children to want to come with us for that. Once they're there, it's fun. But it's just another Lego thing we're adding to our life that tips the balance to... Oh, I used to like Lego and now it's just everything and it's too much. I don't really want to do that for them.
Yeah. Whereas presumably in the US, I'm guessing there are lots of little ones. We just don't hear about them.
Yeah, that's true. You only hear about the big ones.
Because I think there's two fairly big ones in California.
Which ones are those?
I can't remember.
There's Brick Fair, Virginia. That's not in California.
No. But I hear about those because a lot of the people who we watch are in California.
Yeah.
And so we also heard quite a lot about the bigger ones where people are willing to fly halfway across the country to get to.
Well, there was the one that Cranky was talking about, Cranky Bricks. She was saying that she went to the day in Denmark.
Skoll.
I can't. Yeah, it's got a long name. I'll put it in the show notes. That sounded fun as well, and that seems purely about making friends and having some Lego fun, as opposed to pushing your channel or pushing your mocks and things.
But there's still vendors there.
Yeah, okay. There's so many things to do.
Yeah.
As a Lego fan who also is a Lego YouTuber with no other thing to do other than raise children, which is quite a big thing, just to clarify. Yeah. But I feel like I want to go to lots of these things. I think that's the thing that I should be doing. But, there's only so much time. How do I balance it and choose which ones to go to?
I think that's the issue. It's the choosing them that's hard. So I think maybe the whole, whatever it is.
Children?
No. The one in Billund, or by Billund.
Oh, okay.
I
Fan weekend.
Yeah, I think I'd prefer that over going to the US for one.
Okay. Do you think our kids would like that?
I don't know.
Or do we...
But so, met up with a friend who is going out and staying somewhere near Billund because there's like 2 different Lego amusement park things or something quite close to there. So
okay,
that's quite good for
take a family holiday.
So yeah, you can do it as a family holiday.
So maybe we just need to plan these things in, and work it out a bit better.
And you can get the house stays and stuff, can't you?
Yes, you can change your VIP rewards for that, can't you? Is that what it is, or do you have to put? Or is there a? No, there's like a ballot or something to get into those, is there?
I can't remember how it works.
There's some way to do it.
Is that gone live now?
I think so.
Yeah.
So if you're listening in the UK and you know of a local brick show that we might not know about, this is the thing, trying to find out about them also seems quite hard.
Yeah.
There is Bricks McGee. They list the Lego events. But
although I think they've not necessarily been up to date with things being closed or moved or...
So it feels like in the current climate, finding out about these things is a lot harder. So if you know of any that just if you know of any, let us know. And also if you know of any and you would rate them, let us know why you would rate them so that we can try and make some decisions on that.
So I think that's covered everything.
I think it's not probably just scratched the surface of Lego conventions, but we are newbies and we don't know enough. And so anything you can tell us about which ones to go to or save up your pennies and actually go to America for these ones kind of thing.
Yeah.
That would be really useful. And I think we're just going to learn as we go and we'll let you know which ones we like and which ones... Yeah. Well, I think we're going to like them all because they've all got Lego, but which ones we thought were like worth the effort or the money or involved. I think that's the journey that we'll share as we go.
Yeah.
So on that note, I have got a video on Friday coming out of the Milton Keynes one if you want to check that out, and you can see some of the mocks and things that were on display there. And I might at some point do one for the smaller one that I went to last week at the Brickworks Museum. Also, don't forget to subscribe wherever you are listening, and if you've got any ideas for future podcast episodes, let us know that as well. We're happy to talk about most things Lego related.
Yeah, pretty much anything Lego related we'll talk about.
Yeah, trying to think of something we wouldn't talk about. Try us. We might give it a go.
We may struggle to fill like a whole
20,
podcast episode on like the release of the new 8080. Attity. That's how we feel it should be pronounced, just to annoy everyone.
It does literally annoy everyone.
It does.
There's all the people who say 8080 and there's all the people that say ATAT, but that is the balance between the two.
Yeah.
Attity.
It's one of those amazing compromises that annoys everyone.
Yeah, but it makes us laugh.
Yeah.
So that's good. Right, I think that on that note we should probably leave. We'll catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.